Morning, friends, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. We're out here so that you can see what's going on today. And what we have is a cleanup of sorts. Good morning. It seems as if the state patrollers are here to observe and kind of keep an eye on the working employees. Good morning. Is that basically what I see going on here? You guys are just keeping an eye on things while maintenance crews of the park clean up this morning?
Yeah, that's essentially it.
So the rumors of a sweep at this location last night are unfounded.
Well, technically this park is closed, so at any time if we need people to get out of the park, that's something we can do.
Okay.
It's just the normal thing. So this is all closed through Denver for the normal COVID reasons.
Gotcha. Okay, so at least the state troopers' concerns, COVID is recognized as a real issue that's still being managed, which means that, according to the CDC, I'm assuming moving and cleaning encampments is more about trash and maintenance than it is about displacing all the human beings to another location. That sounds like an Oath Keeper's word.
What's that?
I said that sounds like Oath Keeper's work.
I see what you're saying.
Right? Different level of responsibility when you start talking to the stadies. All right, well, we're going to go on a move, folks. Thank you very much, Officer Mintron.
Absolutely.
Mintron, you too. This is normal, peaceful activity. Wish there was a porta potty out here, but they're cleaning. They're driving around through the people, but they're getting the majority of the trash, large bags, large swaths, with the troopers watching over it. We're going to move to 22nd and Stout to the sweeps that are happening this morning. Enjoy the bike ride as you roll with me. And I apologize in advance for all the bumps and bruises. Morning.
I need some.
Before I go, I want to highlight a couple of things here because we want to see if they actually clean this trash up. We'll come back and take a peek and see what happens there. Make a determination if the work was effective by whether or not all of this is removed. Right? And if not, we'll file a complaint that this is still the park and they need to take care of it. Some pretty nice setups out here. I wouldn't be shocked if there are occupiers in this midst. Good morning. As well. We're going to go to the home of sweeps, though.
Cabrón, párate, güey. Ahí está la policía, señor.
Again, if we want to talk about cleanups, I sure as damn well hope that that's clean. All those cans. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you know, we got to keep an eye on the cops and sweeps and all that shit. So,
You're right. Yes, sir.
one way or another, we're going to get it done.
Yep.
Happy fucking cop stays here. All right. One. I love you. Early and late. You people are amazing.
Hey man, so
Good morning.
let's touch base really fast about filming.
Yeah,
Because I just talked to somebody who's never homeless out loud. Who's
G-Hole, yeah, I've gone through G-Hole training.
Okay, just so you know about just making sure people are not on cameras or asking them first.
Yeah, well, that and we're not here to instigate, right? We're not yelling at the
I'm
max.
talking specifically about filming on videos, making sure that
Is that Therese that you spoke with,
Yeah.
you know? Okay, yeah.
just making sure that you know people or ask them first.
Yeah.
And otherwise, just like try to focus on your top.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
I did that. I just want to reiterate that she made that point.
Cool. No, I appreciate that. No, that's good. We made it.
This is the map. So
Oh, you actually have a map this morning.
this is south that we're on. This is the
Yeah.
corner we're on, park. So if they go, there's some camps past here.
Yeah.
And there's camps on that block. If they go there, we need to let them know that's fucking illegal. They did not let people know. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Therefore, they should not be sleeping there.
Sure. No, I gotcha.
There's already a cop right there.
Yep. That's what we expect.
And I've already seen them moving and dumping stuff there.
Of course. So let me go find Therese for real quick, huh? Say hi to everybody. And I think I'll lock my bike now so I don't have to deal with it. Pardon me, sir. So we're just gonna look at the building for a second. Let's go find Therese. Say good morning to her. See that our crew is cleaning up the streets this morning. Good day, sir. Doing good. You do part of regular cleanup out here?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Oh, I love it. People are out here with signs. Yeah. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Houseless, not homeless. I'm enjoying a blessed day. A little tired because we were out last night. You know, keeping the streets awoke and people attentive. Have you got folks seen Therese by chance yet this morning?
Therese, have we seen her? I haven't seen her yet.
Okay, I'll move on that way and see if we can find her.
Jerry, we ain't seen Therese yet.
Very good. Thank you. So as you can see, they are taping off the location. Literally taping the streets off this morning.
Oh, shit.
That's a dirty fucker right there. Kyle's best friend. So we've got cops shutting it down there. These buses have now been taped inside a police line. Good morning. Are we doing a cleanup or a displacement this morning?
The Department of Public Health and Environment will be able to give a statement on that. So, this is their show. We're just helping them get set up.
At this time, Sergeant, you have no answers as to whether people will be moving back onto the spots that they left?
I just told you who to talk to, though.
Department of Public Health, thank you very much. Because they never answer the questions either, right? So, lots of trash in the dumpsters. That stuff definitely needs to be taken care of, right? If we just had the budget that we gave the government, where we said we needed toilets, like this one here, paid for by Denver Homeless Out Loud, and dumpsters everywhere that these assholes like to fuck with people, then it'd be a lot cleaner on a regular basis. But as you can see, what they have done this morning is straight up close the street. So we are here, 22nd and Curtis, Broadway, Champa, this whole zone. And this is the barrier that they have marked to ensure that from this space forward, right, they're closing it down. They're saying this is our cleanup zone. They're marking where the signs have been posted. And let's see what one of those posted signs might just happen to look like to see if it's in. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Just taking a look at this sign here.
Yeah.
Percent to DRMC, section 49, 246, all public streets, alleys, sidewalks, and other public ways must remain free from unauthorized encumbrance and obstructions. On May 7th, the city will remove all items encumbering or obstructing. Well, today's not May 7th, so what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
Fewer than 7 days notice is provided of this cleanup to continue deteriorating public health and safety conditions. Again, if they just put some fucking dumpsters out here and emptied them on a regular basis, we'd be a lot cleaner in this neighborhood because these people care about their community and they like to live in a clean place. But when there's no place to put the trash and you put it in bags and it just blows all over the fucking place, that's a problem. So, as you can see, there's no dump truck here. There's no dumpsters. There's no cleanup crews. There are, however, police officers. Hey, you have a blessed day. Safe morning, sir. Thank you. Peace officers here. Don't have a real history of keeping their oaths to the Constitution, as I understand it. And so they're going from road to road, block to block. And there she is, the woman of the hour. She's kind of like a Mother Goose of the community. Good morning. How you doing, Therese? A little exhausted from, keeping it lit last night, but oh yeah, they're all, downtown. I mean, it's every night. Here. Like they're closing this in or they're closing this in?
Oh, you can't. That's, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
So I guess since the roads are all closed, we could just probably set up right here in the crosswalk. Right? That's Lucero, our buddy. Right there. That's Kyle's friend. Well, it's just a cleanup. I don't know what you were assaulted for, Connor Tucker, but this is supposed to be just a trash removal. So this is getting the dumpsters, getting the excess waste off the streets, and housing all the human beings who live here in permanent, affordable housing. That's the point, right? No, that's not what they're going to do. Connor, they're not going to house these people, and that's the issue, right? For me, as our population grows, there's a place where a percentage has a place. And if you want streets, then you have to put people off the streets and into housing. So as we look at the block after block, and we've been here, this isn't our first time. We come here regularly. We feed people here regularly. They don't put garbage cans out for human beings who don't have a permanent structure, and they're houseless, right? And so the other thing that you have to think about is that they also don't do that for everybody else, right? So if you live in this neighborhood and you're walking down the street, coming out of Reno, enjoying your morning walk, where do you put your dog poop? Because there's no garbage cans for it. right? That's the question that we ask ourselves. Where do the things go that are needed to go somewhere? Because if you don't have a place for dog poop, we're putting human poop. I just asked a question. And here's the thing, this isn't even the King's Palace. We were there at City Park this morning. That's where we started. That's King's Palace. This is like where the peasantry are, and they still can't be here. You have all kinds of brave, awesome human beings just taking space and saying, we're going to watch, we're going to observe, we're going to make sure that nothing stupid happens, right? And listen, Connor made you here. Garbage cans in the corner. Let's talk about this because I want Connor to be welcome in this space. We want to educate and we want to make sure that we're clear for everybody. So Connor was assaulted by a human being, maybe somebody who's having a mental health crisis. We don't really know the situation in full detail. Nobody wants to be assaulted. In the last week, I've been assaulted several times, threatened to have guns pulled out on me, right? Had my property broken. It's not a new game for us. It's not a new action for us. But what we got to show you, again, good morning. I got it the other way. Keeping an eye on these guys. Is that there's dumpsters. Oh wait, is there garbage cans there for everything? No, look in the alley. See all the trash? That's what I struggle with. Because we can do better than this. We can put out waste management services to the degree that the neighborhood will keep itself clean. But there's not even a place to put this. Right? You see all that in the back, way back there? That's them trying to keep it clean, trying to keep the rats away, put the trash, put the food, put the bugs away from the human beings. Where's the dumpster? Where's the garbage can for that? That's the problem, right? You see these porta potties? These porta potties are paid for by Denver Homeless Out Loud. This is not the city and county of Denver saying we don't want poop on the streets. It's the community saying we have to do a better job. And so we're going to help manage, maintain these things. And you can go to Denver Homeless Out Loud to support those efforts, right? Definitely make sure that the community, the members of this city are protected who live out here. Denver Homeless Out Loud. They have been doing this work for 8 years now, since the end of Occupy Denver physically occurred. So there's a garbage can right there. See? A garbage can. Next to the FTP sign. Poor Dirt Farmer's Cat Moo Moo sent you. Very good. Thank you very Bruce. Bruce, Newfie, Lori Turner, everybody who's here. Right and wrongs. It's another day in the neighborhood. And in this neighborhood, we make sure that the people with guns aren't assaultive. All right. Hey, that's Mr. Burton. Let me come say good morning to you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm coming to say good morning to you, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh, that's good.
Life is good.
You're making a mess?
Yeah, you know, we still got a facility in
I got reading, but I can't remember where it was. The west side?
On the west side for now. We're gonna be moving it again.
Okay.
But the idea that yeah, we're making masks. I got 8 or 10 people working, making a living wage.
Okay.
You know, they stitch and they're doing a lot of work.
Yeah, that's
This weekend, actually, all the medics are going to be downtown. We just donated another 50 masks to them, so that if we don't get the stay for the stop shooting at us with rubber bullets and tear gas order from the federal government, the extension that when they go all assaultive, that there's people that are a little bit prepared in the backgrounds and stuff to come help people right face to face. So
Well, anyway, I need to
Jerry.
find out the place that you get your button.
buttons, we make them. We make them. We make our buttons. So if you got a logo, you got a design. Look at this beautiful human being right here. That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll show it to you.
So yeah, let's see your design, Jerry Burton. And by the way, say good morning to the world.
Good morning, world. Good morning, Denver. Right? How y'all doing this morning?
We got people all the way from Australia, Europe watching us.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got Unsub Presses in Europe. I got Don Devo from down under in Australia. This thing's going out around the world this morning.
That's good. This is what I want.
Look at you. You got housing. You got a nice fancy phone. What the heck? You moving up in the world, my man.
All right, man. I never go down, man. It's a frame of mind.
Yeah.
That you have to put yourself into. You know, when I come out here to do activism, I know I have to take on the activism role. I also have to take on the role of trying to figure out solutions.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be a leader in the community, right?
Yeah.
Don't join We Are Love Denver.
No. we are not one Denver. This is one.
We Are One Denver is different than We Are Love. Yeah, that's I can get that in a 1-inch button like this size right here.
Yeah. That definitely works. See, but it's I'm buying this.
See, so what happens? The problem though is that it's gonna get cut off around the edges.
Yeah, but that's fine though. I mean, that'd be fine. This will be on my Home for All of Us webpage for my campaign.
Okay.
So picking up momentum, I'm gonna start out in the primary here. They get in the note with the votes. I mean, I get everything counted. And then I start hitting it probably about the end of August.
Email me.
Okay.
Cut the plastic
Okay, I got
at
it.
Gmail.
Okay, I got you.
And
I email that one.
and I'll send that to Janet and we'll get you hooked up.
Okay, and then I do want a campaign button too for District 33, so I can do that.
All right.
But, the number one thing is my platform is equality for all. But that didn't encompass everything. We got to fix them. We got to fix America from the ground up. And democracy is not working. The system of the day is not working. You can look at it right now, just by the people being out here and what they are doing. We are wasting taxpayer money. The funny thing about it to me is the federal government can come up with $2 million to get this economy going, but they can't come up with $2 trillion to get people into housing.
Look. We asked for like $200,000 to keep the trash off the street and into garbage cans, right?
I know.
Is that how much we asked for? Was it $200,000
For what?
for trash maintenance and like garbage cans and stuff?
That sounds about right. I can't.
Roughly, ballpark.
Please be in the area, but other side of the tape, please. Outside of this closed area.
Well, I'm part of the asphalt, so you can't pretend like
I thought I was in the sidewalk or in the crosswalk.
You're in the street, actually.
Oh, that's not.
Carry down for the safety of everybody involved. So that way, just a moment, if you would like.
Whoa.
I seen him knock you down. I seen
Jerry!
I got it on film right here, man. Filmed and
So do I. Please, we've shut this area down. So if you are in the street, that is okay as long as you're on the other side of the tape.
Okay.
Please not be kicking people out of the street.
Okay.
Until it becomes unsafe.
Until it becomes unsafe. But it's safer inside of this line, I think, because no cars are going to come barging through. Right? That's what I would believe, is that my safety is better on that side than this side.
You are a journalist. You're allowed to do anything.
They know who I am. They know I'm the press. This is a daily for us. I mean, not maybe a daily for this woman. I'm just here once a month or once a week.
It used to be about twice a week. Sweeps averaged 1 to 2 times a week for from about December through to March, and then during COVID, there's been this hold off for a period of time, and then now back up to escalating again. So now,
And I want to ask you, because I know you're good at answering questions like this. I heard that you guys did a whole bunch of COVID testing out here.
Colorado Coalition and DDPIG and some other agencies did, yes. And yeah, so Stout Street is right over there, so it's a place. So so they intentionally came out and tested 50 folks who are staying in these specific encampments right here, and 0 of those people tested positive.
50 tests
50 tests
out of this.
0 out of these encampments all around here that are being swept today. So 0 people tested positive from these encampments. Well, at the National Western, over 100 have tested positive, and that's old data. That's not the actual. The real number is much bigger than that.
Right.
For a fact, at least 106 have tested positive
Okay.
at the National Western and at the women's complex together. So if you go to the shelter, you have that rate of.
You have a statistically more probable chance of getting COVID at the shelter than living in a
And
tent.
meanwhile, if you look at, well, I don't have the proper flyer, but if you look at the flyer from the Department of Public Health and Environment, the flyer specifically is telling people to go to shelters. So they're
Yes.
saying, we are the health department telling you who are in a safe environment where you're not getting COVID to go to a shelter environment where you're much more likely to get COVID.
Right.
And by the way, also where there is extreme violence. So last night, this is super fucked and like really.
Somebody on my chat was just saying that they got assaulted in this camp, like walking through it.
Okay, that's not.
But you tell us what happened.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is
Sorry.
that last night at the National Western, somebody got stabbed to death, murdered
Oh my God.
at the National Western by a fellow resident. There was two. It was a resident conflict. Somebody got stabbed to death at the National Western.
Oh my God.
Shelter.
So
we are saying like it's unsafe out here. You need to go to the shelter to be safe.
where you can get COVID and die.
Stabbed to death last night.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you.
And if you can get the message out to the rest of people that can't go, because I know there's tapes.
So these are, holy shit. Seriously? Is that why we're wearing body armor this morning? That's a pretty step up for you, Danica.
Yeah, what's that about?
Are you feeling unsafe out here?
Well, we have safety precautions we take, so.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's Danica of the Public Health Department. Sorry, I'm doing my best to keep you out of it. Okay. The National Lawyers Guild is here as legal observers, keeping an eye on things, as well as members of the general public. But let's hear what's. So as we defund the police, it looks like we'll be refunding that, utilizing that money toward the public health department. Because seriously, body armor for the public health department, that's pretty
That
intense.
is very.
Maybe last night's stabbing had something to do with it.
Yeah, if she was sheltered, maybe that would make sense.
But in the street, I guess they're using one to correlate the other, right? Because somebody who's risking their lives at the shelter having an episode, we're gonna make sure that we're body armored up. But you know, like actually, it's not that far from the possibilities. I've thought about it. You know, there was a shooting the other night down at a hatcheting, and then somebody got shot down there on Broadway in Colfax, and I absolutely was like, man, you know, people have threatened to pull their guns out of their cars during the protest at night, and I had to be like, leave your gun in the car in the trunk, and I thought about it. That was 2 nights ago. Body armor might not.
It's not safe anywhere. It's not safe on the streets,
But body armor, it's just mind blowing. So you're gonna get a patch that says like public health department, so that at least we know the difference. It might visually be different for us.
Are you going to be here in replacing of Bob McDonald to talk with residents?
No, I'm really just focused on supporting.
So when are we gonna get some dumpsters down here? Like consistent percent streets, so you don't have to come out with no answers. Well, the cops, we had to ask the public Department of Health. So are you guys gonna have an announcement or a press conference later? At least answer questions. Okay, well, we can be friendly, but we can still say this is what's going on. Look at that.
don't get to see y'all like I used to. Man. Y'all keep hiding out. I'm not definitely do that. Well, you know what y'all should do? Y'all should get about 5 or 6 people. 1-5, do a fence. 10 people over to that apartment and took apartment over for them. We do that one. No, I wouldn't be like this. I would say this is all we can afford right now. Once I get healthy, get on my feet, go out get a job, maybe as I get raises.
I don't think that's that question.
Nobody out here asks for anything free except for me. I'm asking for your free vote.
Votes don't cost money. Well, actually, sometimes.
I can't believe that would be illegal. So, Sergeant, my people are asking, since the public health is now wearing body armor to sweeps, will it be legal for me to do the same?
I'm going to say I don't have a good answer for that.
So you don't know whether we're allowed to, average citizen is allowed to wear body armor out on the road.
Well, I'm going to not get into a debate about it.
It's just a simple question. If there's a legal precedent or matter.
Yes, it's a pretty straight up.
It's a straight up question. It's a question of law. Exactly.
People that enforce the law would know the law.
No, they spend more time in the gun range than the law library.
Oh, right now, nobody at the office.
Straight up love. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
Well, I need enough vest, man. Can I have your vest, Canova?
Call the city and county of Denver. Call the mayor and tell them to give everybody trash cans and porta potties. This place would be a lot cleaner if people had a place to put their refuse.
You're right about that.
Right? We had it in the 2020 budget and they chose not to. And now public health is showing up with body armor.
What?
Not even labeled as public health. I love Danica. She's a good human being, but that makes a whole new statement in this world.
Yeah, that's America now. I got a good mind. I'm gonna go get my old flight jacket from when I was in the Marine.
It is legal for citizens in Colorado to wear body armor unless you are a convicted felon. That is the law, folks. We'll find out what the law is. Just give us time.
What'd you say?
So we were asking whether it's legal for citizens to wear body armor, and unless you're a convicted felon, the answer is yes. So you guys police officers?
No, sir, we actually work for the health department.
So you're wearing badges as health department employees.
It says investigator on it, sir.
Thank you very much. What are you investigating this morning? Hopefully you're investigating the new trash cans.
That's right. Stay on them, that's right. You got a voice out here. We got some voices.
There we go. There's the mayor's number. 720-865-9090. Give him a call. Tell public health we need an investigation on why there's not enough trash cans out here. it might lead all the way to the mayor turning out down the budget that we offered. Straight up and simple. It might be a good use of your time just to stand there with the tape in two hands. Oh, Lucero. See, he could just stand there and hold it. That would be a good use of his time. Then he couldn't put his hand on his gun while he's just hanging around. It's too bad Monk I-83 is at work. He'd have a blast today. But this is what I really want you to see. Let me go around and check those guys out real quick. See the other side. Yeah. Thank you for being out here. Appreciate you. It's the Lawyers Guild. So that car got through. I did ride my bike down here. I chained it to a tree. It's not unclaimed property. I'm still here with it, so just a reminder on that info. It is. No way. I love when these days happen. Good morning. I'm Brian. Give me coming in.
I heard. I know you're in with. I know of you, and I know of like the group you're with and everything.
Yeah.
You know Eric. Right?
Yes, he's my old roommate. Absolutely. Say hi to him because he might be watching
Eric.
eventually.
I'm Cassie Kaz. I kind of worship you. I'm a little bit. I fanboy over you.
Aw, well, thanks.
I fanboy over all you guys actually. Like,
You know,
you guys are just what you guys do is amazing, and like I've learned so much from watching all of you actually.
Thank you. That's what we want is to
This is how I got-
extend the education.
Yeah, this is how I learned to get involved and learn to do it properly too. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a right and wrong way to do this.
I think there are various ways to do it. I won't call one way wrong.
I gotta learn proper words.
I think that the wrong way is to hang out with a gun and hide behind your qualified immunity, like this fucker right here. Because we love Lucero.
And I definitely would not have realized that there were so many more things to be involved.
Look at all these amazing human beings out here today.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys so much.
What did you tell me?
Kazi.
Kazi Kaz? With a C or K? Okay.
Kaz for short.
Okay. Very
Nice
cool.
to meet you, Spine.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
for being out here.
No, thank you for
all
being.
you guys do.
Thank you for being out here because it's being present, it's being cognizant, it's spreading the word that this is 24 hours a day right now, right? We've got people probably sleeping down in the homeless encampments, keeping an eye on things. We probably have people holding the streets at night, you know. And so if you're up during the day or if you're sleeping during the day and you're up at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, downtown is the place to be. Right? Holding it down, holding space, giving Black voices a chance to talk and share the message and just grow and expand it.
Yeah.
So
I would have never learned how. Oh man, just the amount of knowledge. Just for the
there are people here that I see at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the live stream all night last night. These people were out there.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Awesome. Thank you. I gotta get some angles.
You too. Have a good day.
You too. Good morning.
They come out here every 2 days.
Look at these beautiful human beings. This is great.
People over profit. 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 People over profit.
Someone's got water.
I mean, they got housing here. Look at that. That's a house. That is a home.
People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit.
Especially if you're not.
People over profit. People over profit. I know.
People
And also,
over
they've already done studies where everyone just wanted to give everyone an idea. So really, yeah. Put out a call to stand up to this. So these people literally. It's going to take place over the next few hours. So everyone knows, and it's over like a pretty wide range of areas. So like as we see where they are, we're probably gonna ask people to go, wherever the cops are trying to move down. Right now they're kind of just getting started. We're probably not gonna be too loud, like the chance is great. I'm not gonna go off on my bullhorn at the moment because I know it's early for people who live here. Yeah, I mean, we just want to let them know that we don't stand for this.
A little bit of gloves.
Like, we're part of the community. We may not be directly impacted, but we are showing up at 8 in the morning, like completely fucked up, and we're not here for it. And I just want to point out to everyone. So that building was, a huge apartment building right in front of us, and that building, another huge apartment right in front of us, and then another building to the left, which we can't see right now. Those are all luxury apartment buildings that are virtually empty. So there are hundreds of open apartment units in those right now. So I just think that it's really important that these cops, we're going to remove them. There's nowhere for them to go. There's only 2,000 shelter beds in the whole system under normal conditions, and there's like 10,000 homeless people in Denver. So we have no answers. I got an answer. It's right there. Open up those apartments.
How you been?
Pretty good, dude. Pretty good.
Day and night. I went to go buy a car yesterday.
Oh, you did?
And drove it to the mechanic where it died. So I got all the way to the
That's a good
mechanic.
place for it to die.
It was a great place for it to die. Yeah,
What happened to it?
we don't know.
Okay.
The good news is that I hadn't paid any money.
Oh, you were getting it checked out.
I was going to get
there.
it checked out before I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's man. What?
that's a sign, huh?
Well, if he checks it out,
I think it might be fuel pump. We're gonna find out. I'm excited though. It's cheap fuel efficient gas getter.
nice.
So these beautiful people have been everywhere from here to Aurora in the last several days. I've been seeing.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the news this morning. Calls to end ICE and housing as part of the outcry. It's important. The state police were out overseeing cleanups this morning at the park. Thought there was going to be a sweep there, but it wasn't.
I saw them at Civic Center Park earlier today.
Yeah, that's exactly. So they were just keeping the cleaning crews protected, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to put up dumpsters. They're not going to take out all the big trash piles.
That's what
But they're just cleaning, doing some.
I saw that too because I was so confused. I was like, okay, so there are cleaning crews, and yet we see them living in trash and squalor every day. Like, why not just put a huge dumpster there and then have cleaning crews clean it up?
So it's really part of the issue that, is the talking points. Candy Baca, Chris, and the whole crew, city council, they did put a budget forward to the mayor that included porta potties, that included street for the 2020 budget.
Gotcha.
I think it was about $200,000 to have like extra cleanup crews in and extra waste management services. Because it's a lot easier when the trucks roll up and they just put the dumpsters, off the machine and roll down the street because it's cleaned and the people who live in an area will take care of it.
Yeah.
And the mayor and they even put porta potties in, right?
Yeah.
In the budget. And the mayor wiped it all out and said,
I'm not even surprised. Of course, you can have a few. Thank you for always being here. I always recognize you. On your
absolutely. And in the middle of the night as well, right? It's 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
I see it all hours of the day. Thank you. Wish we had water for you guys today.
What's up?
I said, wish we had water for you.
5-gallon jugs. That's what I recommend.
Oh, okay.
Because then people like us who bring our own bottles can refill.
For sure, yeah, definitely. Oh, but I was gonna ask.
I carried a gallon in my backpack and just weighed me down all day.
That I value. I'm thinking like where we have like throw a table up, right?
Right. Just ice water and everyone can refill.
They probably thought like I put something or something.
One of the great things that when you follow the processes, the Supreme Court ruled in Food Not Bombs versus Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that using tables at protests to provide food is legal when you're in a forum fauna. So even just like this here, a pop-up stand with water jugs and a food table to serve the community that's here in a forum fauna is constitutionally protected activity.
Okay.
So it's absolutely legal where you have a protest to throw up a table and food. And when we were feeding at Ted or Cover, man, the cops used to come and tear down everything. So it was a big win for all activists in the country. That Food Not Bombs case went all the way to the Supreme Court.
I admire Food Not Bombs. I participated in one of their tables a couple of times at Fort Collins.
Nice. Yeah, my friend Karen used to be highly involved in that here until she moved back home for family reasons. And there's a meal every Sunday morning right now.
It's a good philosophy. I like it. It works.
Yeah, we do the 16th Street Mall. Come out and help and serve food. It's a beautiful time, isn't it?
I might have to link up once I get a kitchen again.
Yeah. Even if you don't have a kitchen, you want to come eat, you want to be present. It's Sunday mornings. It's relaxation. It's the cops don't fuck with us. We've kind of beat them down pretty good on that.
Always just show up no matter the fuck what.
What is this exactly?
So it's 16th and Curtis. It's at the
Outside Rock Bottom.
It's outside Rock Bottom, but I kind of focus on the federal on the reserve, right? It's outside the reserve because before 2012, women used to sleep, and all forms of women, as they might identify, would be safe outside the Rock Bottom, outside the Federal Reserve. Big federal money spent on all those cameras and everything that was there, and then the Downtown Denver Partnership, which is main headquarters, is right there at Skyline Park at 16th and Arapahoe. They put forward the series of ordinances known as the urban camping ban, which since 2012, according to citydata.com, the reported sexual assaults per capita has doubled, right? And that's reported, okay? So it's illegal to sleep on the sidewalk under a camera, to put a blanket under your body to stop the frostbite from the cold concrete in the winter by putting a piece of cardboard down. Those are all crimes, right? It's not a crime for private businesses to say to human beings, you're not welcome here, and we're not going to help make sure that you're welcome somewhere, right? It's not a crime to make laws that cause people to be physically violated. It's a crime to be a human who struggles. And so we take that space every week. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if it's snowing. When we claim that space to feed the community, it is about saying that these crimes of being a human being in need, this is immoral. And this is why Occupy Denver, boycott the urban camping ban. Oh, look, it's Quick Draw Chavez.
Oh, I've heard.
It looks good, that body camera you're finally wearing, Lieutenant. My favorite name for that cop is Defendant.
Oh, I love it. And I know.
And he is the named defendant in a federal lawsuit for violating my rights for saying Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Happy Fuck the Cops Day. I love it.
Oh. Yeah. His fellow officers call him Quick Draw. He's killed 5 people.
Wow. Wow.
That's the lieutenant.
Lieutenant Chavez has killed 5 people.
If you want to move up in the ranks as a police officer, the fastest way to do it is to kill somebody.
Lieutenant Chavez has killed 5 people.
5 people, Quick Draw.
Chavez has killed 5 people. His nickname is Quick Draw. Glad that made it on my live stream too.
And that's why you have to be in the streets on a regular, consistent basis. That's how you learn this shit.
Dang. See, this is why I've been watching all your guys' back videos too to catch up on this. That's how I knew that name, but I didn't know all of that information yet too. I knew he was one of the defendants, but I didn't know that information.
Truly standing on the 16th Street Mall, Karen Sidaro, they brought 12 cops to give a trespass or arrest where no order had been given. And they used 12 officers to arrest her. Then they started arresting people because they were filming the 12 that came in and they agitated us, right? They instigated the incident. And my buddy spent 56 hours in a can for not taking a fucking picture.
And did you guys all learn this just because you guys got screwed with?
On the streets, daily. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Incredible. That was like my biggest question to all of you, really. Like, how did you all really end up getting into this?
So I came to Colorado in 2012 to get my degree and study water and the environment. And trying to come out into activities in the community. There were protests at the Capitol every weekend on Saturdays. I started meeting people, finding out about more actions that were happening. Like every 5th, there was an anonymous protest every month, right? Every 5th, that was it. My first protests in Denver were cops being pushed back off the street, off the sidewalks by people, de-arresting people that, like, when they come and try to do a swarm, and then, like, they had not enough, and people would, like, take them people back out of the crowd and de-arrest. That was, and that was 2012, 2013. And, we've held great peaceful protests with 5,000 people at the Capitol, bees and butterflies, talking about the environment and the earth. But we still didn't pass GMO food labeling on the ballot. We got it on the ballot, but we didn't pass it as a state, right? Yeah. My friend Eric Brandt, who's used his white privilege as a veteran of the submarine force, where he was, he was trained in the nuclear engineering. So he uses the fact that he's got the privilege to do so to speak out against police brutality. There were RTV buses sitting over there earlier, right? Do you know that RTV said if you don't own soled shoes, you can't get on a bus?
What?
That's how they passed it. They changed it, right? If you don't have shoes, you can't get on a bus, even if you got the money. Wow. So you're fucked. So he's been protesting, and he was shoeless for 2 years.
That's why he does
riding the buses. Because they made it a rule. Because somebody got beat up, had their shoes, their Nike stolen from them, and the bus driver wouldn't give them a ride home.
Oh my God.
Had to walk 5 miles barefoot after getting assaulted for your shoes.
I hadn't caught up to the shoeless thing yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes on. I mean, it's like the PSL. These folks they've been fighting for years. This is not a new fight. You got to give them the love and the respect that they earn because they've been doing the work.
I hope he can get down here. If Eric Brandt can get down.
Well, we're worrying about safety, right?
Yeah, it's all about his safety right now too. Yeah.
I mean, they literally find reasons to arrest us.
Yep.
And this whole
you guys have
awakening.
been doing such good work, of course.
Yeah.
You guys do the best work.
That's all the reason.
Yeah.
Right.
COINTEL never died. They just evolved it. So that's what this is. They got
COINTEL.
COINTEL Pro. Yeah, that should never die.
Well,
it just evolved, and that's what this is. They got to try and take down.
It's not real anymore.
That's what they're doing. They're just taking down the guys who make the biggest stink, basically, and that turned out to be you guys. So
Yep.
you guys just do such a good job.
I may.
I think
We got joints.
one thing I've learned from going to all the evening protests is that the cops just arrest us as soon as they get too bored, is what I've noticed.
Arrest you as soon as they get too bored.
Yeah.
I think that there's some things that make a difference. One is the size of the crowd.
Yeah.
2 is the effectiveness of the disruption.
Yeah.
And 3 is whether there's whether there are the intent to agitate.
Yes.
Right? And quite honestly, there haven't been as many undercovers in the last couple of days. I think I pulled one out. I caught one on film, but I didn't caught.
That's great, by the way.
Oh, that one was amazing.
Over his shoulder, looking at his neck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
But there was another one 2 or 3 nights ago. It had ACAB 3 times on the sign, and he used wax crayon to write ACAB on the sidewalk, and he kept being like letting people with trying to get the traffic through and disrupting the stop. And it's like, oh, there's kids in that car, or they've got an emergency, and using different things, so that it audibly sounded like stop resisting when they arrest you. Right?
I hate that shit because it's like it just makes the fucking laws weird. It makes me more likely to run that shit over.
Well, and what you gotta realize, like, some of those folks
I'm lying to your ass off.
are undercover cops that are out there trying to get the traffic through.
I keep my eye on that kind of shit. The only thing I did was the other day, I noticed people were U-turning a lot, so I tried to keep one of the lanes clear so they could take a
Yeah.
right,
And that's beautiful, direct action.
But I didn't let them know hey, shit's going on up there. I was just when they drive my
See, I personally am of the mindset that the night crews, for example, if there's the colored community taking it down in one spot, and there's traffic coming through over here and traffic coming through over there, that the strength of privilege is to be able to go down there and be the 3 or 4 white people at the stoplight down the street saying it's closed, go that way, right? And kind of go into smaller affinity group kind of type deal where you're like, okay, we're gonna go over here to that one, we're gonna go to that one because they're in this intersection, right? Just to kind of start warding people off, and that reduces the traffic flow. Now, of course, the point is to disrupt it and to let the traffic sit there. But the idea of just turning traffic is also like disruption, and it keeps those of us who are in the working class from having extra struggle.
I just didn't want no car crashes. People were going crazy out there. People were going the wrong way. Not to mention
And
people drove over the median.
yeah, well, and people attacking the cars, the protesters, right? Somebody got hit last night.
Yeah, I hate that because someone's gonna get run the fuck over when that happens. Every time I see that, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna see someone finally get chewed up by one of these cars. God damn it.
We don't need that.
There's always at least one guy who tries to actually.
But the problem is, it's not that guy necessarily that's gonna get hit.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Right.
He's the one that
Some
escalated.
motherfucker that's just standing there blocking their road. They're gonna get fucking chewed.
Oh, I hear Karen Sidaro.
I just
She's over there on the other side.
Where's she at?
Karen? She's the one yelling over there.
What'd she say?
She's the one yelling at Lucero and the other cops. When it comes to police, she's got a Tourette's mouth. I love it.
Example number 1. There's people who make you look bad and I'm not with it. If somebody makes you look bad, I want to go. This is the people. So you let her do it and direct your attention to anybody trying to turn the movement the wrong way. Takes all the attention off of the real message. And these are the people who disrespect you and the people that protect you. You mean to tell me something happened to your wife or your daughter and you wouldn't call them? You would call them because you know they're going to do what?
I'm trying to tell her to be
Now,
quiet.
but this mouth is disrespectful and she's not proud of anything I've got to. So please, pay no attention to this. And remember that. You pay no attention to this. And anybody that comes in your personal space, you know what to do.
He tried to assault me last time.
But remember, it's professionals
We
and
feed
it's
the
people
homeless
like
every
you.
week.
And I love y'all. Y'all, I will support y'all anytime. This is bullshit.
Okay. So that's an interesting look.
Mean to the cops because doctors get paid to do their job, just like they were paid to do their job. Yeah, all of us. We were protesting George Floyd's murder. Just like the cops who come down here and take your food away from them, take your belongings away from them, take their tents away from them, and treat them like shit. But then they got these that come and try and make peace with everybody that don't go against
I'm gonna let them know what I feel about that shit. I love the way they get down. That's bullshit.
It's a sweep. We won in federal court against the sweep. So they're not calling them the sweeps anymore. They're calling them health hazards. So they displace them, take all their belongings.
You've been doing this for a minute.
This also needs to stop in this city. These are people of our community that need to be treated right. They don't need to be harassed by police and swept away like they're nothing. They're people too. Their belongings. This is their home. Call it what you want. It's still sweeping them away, taking their stuff, and treating them like less than human.
They're looting. The cops are looting.
And then they get thieves that start fights with us. They're trying to protect them. I know. I realize they have to live on the streets and they have to kiss the cops' asses to be able to survive out here. That is wrong. These are less. They're treated like less than human.
Don't stir up feelings against cops. Don't make this into a
This
violence.
is against police brutality. It's what we're protesting.
Dude,
We're
it's
here
housing.
against the cops.
You're here for the people, though.
Yeah.
You're here for the people.
By the
You're
cops.
not here, but you're not here to attack the cops.
Yes, we are.
You're here to attack them.
Well, I mean, like, could
You're
they be
here
doing?
for the people. These people
We're here
right
for the
here.
people who are
Yeah, we are here.
You're here for.
You're right about
No,
that. You're right about that. We are here for the people,
You're here for that.
and we're here to make sure that those cops aren't assaultive and abusive, and the action itself is abusive.
Trying to get them home.
They're having the shit on the street. Because where's the bathroom for them?
Because most of the city's
That
budget goes
is why
to the
you are
cops.
marching
That's why they
for.
have to shit on the street.
You're marching for humane treatment. You're marching for humane treatment.
Mayor Hancock
People.
allocated almost $500 million to the police in 2020 and only $25 million to homelessness.
Bought and paid for. That's right. The 16th Street Mall is a multi-billion-dollar entity. All right, we have the money. The units right there, they're empty. There are so many hundreds of empty units in those buildings. All right. So this guy says we're going to be good and peaceful over here. Says we want to have a message. So let's see what you got to say. Can I come in and listen
You're more
to?
than welcome. This is it. I don't want y'all to think this is closed off other than anything.
Well, let's see what you got to say. Two sides of the story, right?
I don't have a problem. They treat me well. That's my side of the story.
So are they going to leave this here today?
I'm not going nowhere. Ever.
Okay.
I'm running for mayor, but after that.
So I mean, you got a pretty good gig here set up.
Yeah. Open the refrigerator. Does police look like they bothering me? These police look like bothering me. I feed these people every day.
And they don't because
Breakfast.
you speak up for them.
Wait, Karen, I'm doing an interview.
Oh, wait. I want you to come on there too, baby. You help us. Believe it or not, your mouth is bad for you, and it helps me. So they're not treating me bad. This allows me to accomplish because they do not want to see the homeless down and out. They want to see somebody rise up, but we need help. Where's the hot water? I got a generator. I need a hot water heater. I need things to make sure these people feel like home. They need to get off of the concrete and get on sofas, get on beds, get off of the concrete. Now, this is an example of that. Yes, it's a political statement, but it's real. It's psychological. Homelessness becomes a psychological issue at one point, a syndrome, if nothing else. And anybody can overcome it, but they got to see examples, objective examples. Everything is not subjective. And here, these people operate off of objectivity. And this is objectivity in your face. This is how you can rise up from one level to the next. It's a step-by-step process. But nothing in here costs me a dime. Zero, not the TV, not the fan, not the wood, not that Militime sign, not the refrigerators. I'm showing people how to get this with $0 right off the street, what they will give you. But you need a place to be able to commune this, a venue to be able to bring this together, and then have a platform to launch.
So that mouth that we heard earlier, Karen, she said that the city residents, the community here, we've asked for a park. We've asked for a place that could be a temporary permanent housing kind of situation, a transitioning spot.
Then we have another Woodstock.
And we have another Woodstock.
Another Woodstock, and we don't want that. Because we're not putting a bad image on what it was really about. Where's going to be the bathroom facilities? Who's going to clean up? We need these facilities.
Yeah.
So we need to get indoors. But as long as we're
Indoors.
out here, we need to be in an urban area where the trash man can come around and clean up. We don't want to be somewhere in the woods and then people pissing. Do you know how much trash gets collected over here on a daily basis? Can you imagine if that happened down in Sloan Lake or something? It cannot happen. We need to be in an urban until they build the structures to go inside and we can live like normal human beings. It's got, they putting up, how many cranes we got in the city? 25 cranes just on skyscrapers. That is the most cranes anywhere in the United States.
Let me ask you this. How many people in your same situation feel the same way that you do?
Every last one of us, man.
It's a good
No,
question.
it's a great question. Don't get me wrong, but every last one of them. The problem is resources. No, everybody is intuitive and ingenious as other individuals, but an example is what sparks everything. Apprenticeship comes from example. We get into professions, we go into apprenticeship, but right now I'm starting an apprenticeship for tradesmen, men that know how to build a wall. 3 walls here. You know why I got 3 walls? Because they won't let me have a roof and 4 walls. You hear me? They won't let me have a roof and 4 walls out here.
If there was anything you could tell the city right now, what would it be?
I'm running for mayor and let's get Michael Coleman, Hancock up out of there. I mean, you have to, he was homeless at one time, but I've never seen him done anything for the homeless since he's been here. He
That's
was
right.
homeless. Matter of fact, he runs on that agenda.
Yeah.
He runs on the homeless agenda. He's using the homeless like everybody else.
What message will you give him?
Please come down and have a seat with me on my couch and have a real serious conversation with me so you can see who I'm going to be running up against next time you run into that podium with a microphone.
He's term limited.
I don't care less. Whoever's coming behind me that has the same agenda.
What could the city do to help everybody out right now?
A hot water heaters. Hot water, hot water, hot water. We haven't. How many people around here having showers in a week? How many people haven't had showers in a week? How many people haven't had showers in a week? We need hot water, that kind of thing. You understand? We need hot water right now. We got water, we got pop. I provide electricity, but we need hot water. We, right here, Salvation Army, right behind us. They do their best to come and try to feed us now. But what if we could just go in there and be like, everybody take a shower? One day, it's right behind us. They see us out here, starving, sweating. But guess what? We have no hot water.
Isn't
no
there
hot water?
Isn't there the ability to use the gyms is because they're closed, so you can't go into the gym.
Again, it's privately owned organizations. If they don't like what you're saying, ATL, ask to leave.
No. I mean the city. The city actually settled.
What city?
The city settled that the parks and rec facilities, the gyms.
They don't have hot water. That's all we want is hot water.
Okay.
2 words, hot water. Let that be the rally cry. You try leaving the house without brushing your teeth and washing your genitals. You try that. Let's see how far you get. So yes, that's all we need. But my place is open to any and everybody. Thank you, my friend. I love your cowboy hat. I love my cameraman always.
What's your name?
My name is Divine Quarters. DIVINEQOURTERS. DIVINEQOURTERS. So y'all please come through, take your pictures, take an example of what the homeless did. No matter how the homeless did this. Okay? I'm gonna step out of your way, gentlemen, and let y'all do what y'all do, okay?
All right.
Yes, I. Oh.
Don't have any beer there. Of course he does. That's pretty intense, though.
Don't steal too much.
Yeah, he's got a generator here, folks.
What they gonna do?
What?
What they gonna do after this? That's why. Stop with me that.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. We've been out here. We keep coming here and videotaping the garbage truck, the sidewalk brushes, sweeping all of this up.
If they don't clean up, I'm the one. Me and 5 other guys do it all this.
Right.
We clean up.
But where's the place that you get to put it that they can easily manage the waste?
I put some in the dumpsters all the time.
Where's the dumpsters? Do they have them?
What I do, I put it in the basket when the 2-1.
See, where my house is, I got a little black one and I got a little purple one, right? They could put some out here for y'all, couldn't they?
But what about the next stage after this? Now he finna go wild with you. The fences. What we gonna do about them? For real. It's over there. When I left here last time, next day, it was on. It's 7 o'clock in the morning to make me move. Just made me move. In that one spot, somebody else moved there. Tell you now.
Yeah.
So what's next?
I don't know what's next. I think housing's next. That's what it should be.
I just don't want to go nowhere. I'm tired. I'm tired of moving. I'm done. I'm tired. It's off. So I don't care what they do next. I'm staying right here. I ain't building nothing over here. I'm gonna be just like the fence they built up. That's the thing.
Gone. Stay right there. Okay.
No, I'm sitting down.
Sit down.
They move this shit. I'm gonna take that place. It's over for me.
Oh, thank you.
4 years old. You know what I'm saying? Already on it. I heard my back going trash away. We had to go to the hospital. Done. I'm not moving no more. I'm going to do it. They take me down.
All right. I'm going to go get some shots of the trash man. Thank you. Are they taking tents? Putting them in the dumpster?
Clothing and shit. Yeah, when we first got here, they were piling up clothing into trash bags that were around these bins.
They're supposed to be using the gallon buckets that are on that truck for people's property if there's like a tent and stuff, and storing them. Yeah, there's a whole regulated lawsuit process that Denver Homeless Out Loud and others have gone through.
Right now, this guy's kids are going.
Let's go off, there's no tank.
Yeah.
GDPHE told me that they had like most of this for a week. But I'm hearing from residents like 48 hours ago.
So there's two different methodologies.
I told you all the methodologies. I'm just wondering if they were posted.
There's a post there. I can't read it from you.
Yeah, it says cleanup in progress. They put this stuff up today. It's getting in
Okay. So the other ones that I saw. Oh look, see, there's the tape. They finally found some tape. Now you see, this guy's moving his stuff. And in theory, if he just moves his stuff over and they clean the area, theoretically he can move back.
If they don't put up all these blocks and tape and
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It was really about cleaning up. You back up and move, and then go clean up all the trash. Do a service for you while you stay out here because y'all have no place to fucking go. But it's still not to take all the fucking shit. Granted, they can't do it without warranty, thank God.
I know, but I'm just laughing my ass off because this is beautiful. I love you. What's going on, man? Ryan, nice to meet you. Well, Aaron, let's get you in one of them. We deserve to survive. That's right.
This is how we do it right here. The revolution will not be televised.
Well, it is actually.
It is.
We're televising it now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm in Europe and in Australia right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got some people watching. They seriously just cleared this shit up. Back the truck up. Get the fuck out. I love
We're
it.
not staying here. Man. There are quite a lot of us here, too.
Where are they supposed to go?
Yeah. Where are they supposed to go? 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 Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go?
This is so different. Just a couple of us occupiers, folks.
Supposed to go.
There is a whole crowd here making the message clear. Where?
How do you get these fuckers out here to volunteer for that shit? Pick up and tear the homeless people's houses down. Where the fuck are they supposed to go? Where 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 are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Where are they supposed to go?
Alright, I want to draw everyone's attention to something quick. Because right now in Denver, there's an uprising happening about police brutality. But we want to say that this housing injustice is not separate because look where they send to clear people out. This is murder, this is violence. Forcefully evicted these people from their homes so they couldn't pay. These kids. Who do you think enforced the racist redlining of our neighborhoods? These kids. Who do you think would readily tear gas if we scared them enough right now? And you know that these kids and their so-called non-lethal weapons have destroyed several times in the community when people live at their homes and they destroyed it. We are here to say there's an uprising, we're not leaving it downtown and we're not confining it to police murder. This is about police violence, police brutality, and everything. We can't hate you. We don't like you. We don't trust you. We're coming for you. We're not here to stay. We want you to know. No more police terror.
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 No more police terror. No more police terror. No more police terror. No more police terror. No more police terror. No more police terror. No more police terror.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Got another announcement. So we're at the point here that these cops didn't decide to come down here and terrorize. They were sent because they represent property and they represent keeping people out of view. And so, yes, these cops didn't decide to come down here. I mean, they're servants of a racist, disgusting system. And you're right, we need to talk about the people who are profiting off of this, the landlords over there who don't want poor people in their buildings, and the shelters who are profiting off of this, and the buses that are profiting off of shipping people to shelters where there are coronavirus outbreaks and they don't care. Alright, we got more information here. So the police department that's here right now, they have the power to give out hotel vouchers. They have the sole power to do that. So I'm wondering where they're at. They gotta be giving them out to everyone.
See, I really have a problem with the director of public health wearing a body armor vest and not even being identified as Department of Public Health.
Okay, there's also a voucher today. Obviously, that's better than not offering vouchers, but that's a couple of days of limited safety. It's not a home. It's not a solution. We want the vouchers, let's make that clear. But we also want those buildings open to people who are sitting empty. What is more important, the investment of owner or the safety of the people in our community? The safety of the people in our community. People over profit.
People over profit.
People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. Over profit. People 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 over profit.
Nicely enough, or maybe loud enough. There's a little one. Blondie with blue mask. Can you please tell us what the plan is here today? Because we're wondering, we're here concerned for public health and safety.
No, you want the one in the bulletproof vest with the blue new mascot. She's the head of the Department of Public Health. I'm with Occupy Denver, Denver Homeless Out Loud, and I run my own news journalism channel on YouTube called Cut The Plastic. The majority of those people here with PSL, Party for Socialism and Liberation, and they're in support of Denver Homeless Out Loud, who's out here every day. The neighbors here. These ladies here might answer some questions.
Public health.
I don't know the other ones.
What's the plan? Where are you going? What is the plan? Are you coming over to talk to us? What's up?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan? Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going?
What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is
I
the
don't
plan?
recognize you by face.
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan? Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan?
Where are they going? What is the plan? Where are they going? What is the plan? Where are they going? What is the plan? Where are they going?
Now the trash still needs to be cleaned up. So maybe we should get some bags before they leave.
Director of Public Health Inspections Division, Denver Department of Public Health and Environment.
Danica!
Concerns about public health. Danica Lee, where you at?
She's that way.
Where's Danica at? Well, she left for the day. Who's going to answer our questions? We got some questions for you. What's the plan?
Danica!
Where's the spokesperson? Right now, we shut this shit down. Alright, we shut this down. So I got a chant for us. Let's get us out of here. He says, move, pigs! Get out the way!
Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way!
Hey, Sergeant, you think he should get out of the middle of the protest crowd?
I actually keep liking to notice how often protesters get to be around the police here. The protesters have not responded violently to police. It's the police that kept bringing the violence.
Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs!
Somebody.
Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Move, pigs! Get out the way! Get out the way, pigs! Get out the way! Let's put these piggies a little space to get out of here so I don't think
garbage cans. Sergeant, I think it would make a big difference.
Get out the way, Kate. Get out the way. Get out the way, Kate. Get out the way. Get out the way, Kate. Get out the way. Hi.
Hello.
No whoopee! No sweep here today!
Tighten up! This is where things get wrong. This is where you've got to bring your friends back with you. Bring them back. I love you and I know your dedication, but the whole group is back. Come on, we're in a group together. Stay group.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Every last one of y'all are pieces of shit.
And they're all soon to be defendants in a federal lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I'm suing
Hey.
DPD, by the way.
Hey.
Fuck all y'all.
Hey, stay in the group. Sisters, bring her back.
I'm so glad to see you again. Oh my
All right, thank you.
Yeah! Power to the people! There will be no sweeps in Denver today!
Is this your business, sir? Is this your business?
My boss is right around the corner.
Would he be interested in talking to anybody?
Probably not. He just wants to stay kind of neutral on this. But, I mean, if you want to come in after we'd open at 11, it might be a good time to talk.
Okay, thanks. Okay, Karen's kind of taking over that section. These guys are backed out here. Can I ask you, just not as an employee, but as a human being, and I'm going to keep you off camera because I don't want to put your company name on and put any risk at your job or whatever, but what does this mean to you? What's going on out here? What's been going on over the last 3 weeks as today marks day 21 of continued protests across the United States of America?
I have mixed emotions on it. I am being raised black. I was always taught to represent myself a certain way in front of the cops, but I was also taught to make your way and to represent yourself in the way that you want to be seen. So I'm mixed on it. I definitely feel like there's some corrupt people doing evil things in the world, but I don't necessarily think that everyone is evil, and I don't think we should be vilifying every single human being who wears a uniform.
I value that, and I have a family who are officers, and who I find and I believe, because I know their nature, to be in positions where the people under them, under their command and control, are expected, and they're raised with a higher moral value. Right? My father said there's the color of the law and there's the letter of the law, the essence of it, right? Versus what's written on paper. And you have to have the spiritual aspects when you're managing such responsibility. So I think that's important. I also think that there's another thing that's going on here, because this is the essence of what a police state is. And where we as a community, as people, have gone to our government and said, make allowances for these things, keep the trash, get more people in permanent housing, move the system along in a better way. And so, you know, there's a struggle where we say the budget doesn't have money in it to have dumpsters and toilets, and we're paying for them ourselves, right? What people are looking at is the dumpster, is the toilets that are paid for by the people. Matter of fact, I should go make a payment to those people today and give them some money, so that I can be, and you viewers can be part of that support network. But there's a lot of it because you're trying to have a job and work.
This is our third day back now.
This
so.
is your third day back.
Yep. After
And
being gone for 3 months.
and you're faced with a situation where the hardest realities in the city of Denver are in 2020 are being faced right outside your doorstep. Right?
Very much.
You have mental health, you have employment, you have housing, a need, a basis, and how does it balance?
That's a good question.
It really is a question. So I've fed the homeless in your parking lot on Sundays since you've been closed over the last 3 months. We've brought hot water stations, and we've brought
God, not too bad. I'm trying to get out of here before the heat hits.
I don't think that this is good, because you gotta understand, these sweeps, they're multi-day events.
Oh, I know they do it all day long,
Right.
and then they're allowed to come back. And as long as they clean up, they come back. So
Well, and that's the deal. So what station are you with?
7.
Okay.
I live up in Cheyenne because it's nice and cooler up there. And hello, last year, probably $7.25 a month for 12.
Yeah, but how much do you have to drive every day?
5 days a week, and it's still cheaper.
And how many hours?
Driving, hour and a half.
And how much fuel a week do you think you burn?
Go through $300 a month at fuel.
$300 a month, $3 a gallon means that you're using 150
No,
gallons.
$300. Yeah.
You means you're using roughly.
I really don't think
85
it's the
flex fuel.
methadone clinic that's keeping them.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I really don't think it's the methadone that's keeping them away from here. It's the police that's doing it. So,
Brother, I appreciate you. I'm Brian. Hi. My
It's the
channel on
city
YouTube is
telling the
Cut
cops
The
to do it.
Plastic. That's an environmental
mayor,
concept
mayor.
as well.
Okay.
So if you want to, I'm probably gonna just highlight a little audio, but
let them sleep.
maybe I'll much later. If we see how long we're out here.
Yeah, I use the 85 flex fuel, so I don't get as good as mileage. It's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, no, that's good. There's just
But
so
I
much
still-
going on.
But $1,100 a month just to come to work, and the rent here is like $1,500 for a 700 square foot.
I pay
truck payment is more than my rent.
my house that I live in is over 2,000. The house, there's 4 of us that live in it.
Nice thing is
122.
Yeah.
So we split it, but it's a house, right?
I wished I would have bought 20 years ago, and I never thought we were going to explode like this. Because I transferred out of Phoenix with Frontier Airlines to here. And then my girlfriend became my supervisor, so I had to quit.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a standoff going on, folks. The police are being let to keep their spaces, it would perceive, on Champa and 21st here. And the people kind of have filled in the space. Peace officers are moving around. It seems like there may have been some kind of discussion and negotiation, a point of contact. Karen Sidaro's mouth is still running hardcore. Gotta love it. But let's see if we can. So do we have a mouthpiece here, a representative of Denver Police Department, who's choosing to speak?
Only good cop is a dead cop. Is a dead cop. The only
Man, that guy looks familiar. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
dead cop.
Ulrich, 97001.
And what's the last name? Ulrich. He looks kind of familiar, doesn't he, folks? Hope you got that. Do a quick rewind. I think I know that guy.
All Cut The Plastic!
I just want to make a record here that plate number 0TL684 is got a sticker on it. It's being used in the line of duty. Wait. Save that shit.
Yep.
It's very useful when it's in big pieces. The recycling effort is beginning. We will be capturing the tape for future uses.
Yep, there's no fucking trash cans up there.
Well, and like really, the night crews need this,
Yeah, I bet.
right? There's 24-hour protests going on right now. So there's a protest sign that you don't want to leave behind. Now it's sad because this really does need cleaned up. So we're gonna ask who's got the brooms. Hey, do we have brooms on the way? Therese, you got any brooms and stuff?
I would love to help clean up.
Because we should at least do that.
Let's see those where they go. But yeah, I mean, in a second here, we can try to see. We have a couple of them.
All right, I'm not gonna be in control of things. I'm just making a suggestion that I would help. Jerry's over here speaking. So this is an access restricted cleanup in progress location. The phone number for the Department of Health, 720-865-5411. PHI comments at denvergov.org is the email. That's the executive director. Jerry's philosophizing.
Marigolds, you got tulips, you got roses, red, yellow, pink. See, the God that created us, and we all must get along, regardless, because everyone out here, we are capable of making $80,000 a year. Some of us choose not money. Some of us choose to be a servant to their people. And you know, and we all know, serving a nonprofit, you ain't making no money. You're doing it because it comes from the heart, it comes from love, what you are, who you are. So with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. My name is Jerry Burton. I am running, so please.
Hey, spell it for us, please.
BURTON.
BURTON, Jerry. Jerry. If you can't remember that, remember the skateboard.
And what are you running for again?
Snowboard.
Sorry, Jerry, what are you running for again?
I'm running for U.S. State Senate,
Colorado said it.
Colorado State Senate.
What district?
33. We go from the heart of downtown, Montbello, 5 Point, Curtis Park, Stapleton Park Hill, Montbello, Green Valley Ranch, and EIA, Whitaker, and Cole neighborhood.
So are you on the Democratic primary ballot that we all just received?
I'm not on that ballot. I ain't got to go for all that. I'm a black man. I took my motherfucking rights and said you can put me on the ballot. But anyway, I'm with the Unity Party. We don't have to do a primary.
Okay.
But,
So you're on the Unity.
November the 3rd ballot. So
Unity Party November.
I'm gonna get some shit changed. It's time for the trickle down shit start trickling up. Because until we get somebody in like us, this is gonna be the narrative over the next 100 years because they are not listening. As you can see, they are not listening to us. We come out here every day. I remember a time back in the 60s. This is the 70s. That was a bunch of people, black and white people, got together. March, protest, shit got done. They don't give a fuck about that anymore. They don't care about that anymore. Okay? Well, no, it's not about marching because you shouldn't. You know what? This here is uncalled for. The very simple solution of the problem is housing. I mean, if you know, it's called what that is. Right there within the title. Right there within the title. So we have to continue this march, continue to And don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Just go out here, and when you see someone that is less fortunate than you, just go and say, "Good morning, share a smile." Because anytime you make a person smile, laugh, so it gives them a little release, you know. Sometimes they just want to talk to you. Just because when they're talking to you, they're not asking you for help. They just looking for answers within themselves. They want someone to listen to them. But as they're talking to you, they are getting the answers that they need. And then continue to do that. Just don't come by once. And if you can, if you are very trusting like I am, invite one of them to the home. But first, get to know them first. Get to know them first. I come out here all the time and invite people to the home. I cook for them. I ain't got but one meal, but hey, tonight, as long as you're here, you sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't feel, you know, but that's what it's gonna take.
Wasn't that long? We were sleeping with you out on 26, baby.
Yeah, you know what? I've been thinking about doing that again. I've been thinking about setting up what I did call it last time, houses and unhouses sleeping together outside. That's me. So how can you never afford to let what unhoused person go through? So what you can do is you can lay there, and when you hear a person walking down the street and you waking up, because you're not knowing, you know what I mean? It gives you that sense. This is what you think of every single night. Every single night. I'm not talking about something I don't know. And Brian can testify. I left out here 2.5 years. I came back out here. I went to high school again. Came back out here just so I can get every candidate so that I can get it school. As you all know, the judge sided with me, this is Mr. K, and under the 8th Amendment. Wood City is wasting taxpayer dollars by appealing, which I think is crazy because all, as I know, 95% all individual judges. So they rather spend millions of dollars on a 5% chance of keep getting overturned. The odds is in my favor, the odds is in favor of all the neighbors out here today. But as you all know, courts slow as that motherfucker. You know? And so my lawyer, I think the city have already submitted a brief, and we're waiting for a court date, waiting for that to read. I don't know if you're going to read it today, this week, or it might be 6 months down the road. But at the end of the day, I know I have already won the case. So, hopefully, we can get these people into housing. That's my first priority.
Do you get paid for winning? Sorry, do you get paid for winning?
Oh, no, it's not about money, but now, you get some gold, some salespeople, something from the creator himself, I'll take that. But that paper money, it's just really paper money. Because you could go and jump down and think about the newspaper or think of print. I know that you're the guy who throw you off, you know, and it could be your own money. You can become your own self. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying though is, don't stop. Don't give up. I'll be out here as much as I can. But I got the bad knees. Everybody want to give me my knees massage. But I am planning on, since I got Warner, the last time I did it was I am planning on identifying a spot that is owned by the city.
That's awesome.
Right downtown.
Is that a new stand?
Oh.
You got a new stand?
It's here, actually.
Oh.
I've had 2 broken.
You can have it. So, that was the house. Where's before without
Sure sign now. No, because I'm generous. You can have it.
That's me. I'm one. I'm like this. I have looked for I ain't gonna say.
Jerry, I'll take this damn street all day. if we let them.
But the thing about it, we all got to do something. And right now, they're not listening. It's about dressing measure. And I hope y'all ain't got no warrants. No, I mean seriously.
No, but they know who I am, so
But,
I'll probably get arrested. I'm hoping not to get arrested.
So, in order to really bring attention to something, and in order to get people to pick the people off,
See ya. Okay, I'm gonna go look for garbage bags.
just about protest. That's one reason why.
Huh?
When we do this,
Yeah, gloves would be good too. We could clean up trash.
last time, so there might be try to score the bill down.
Anybody know if there's garbage cans or bags or brooms coming? Okay, okay. Yeah, I know. I think Therese from D-Hole went to try to see what they had at the office too. Because if we kick the cleanup crew out, then we probably should clean up. You know, I mean, at least make bags so they can come by with a garbage truck and get rid of it. I think that's being worked on. I'm kind of also trying to see who's got what. There was a couple medics around. I bet you they have some. So. Anybody got gloves? Looking to do some cleanup since we moved them. And got gloves, a broom, neighbors. So last time we did this right here was 3,000 pounds maybe of trash, maybe more.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious, have we heard if anybody's like gone to find some brooms or garbage bags and gloves?
We actually did just have a friend of ours just went to grab some.
Fantastic. That's what we wanted to hear. So appreciative. Because I'm willing to stay out and do a little cleanup myself. Right? If everybody pitches in and we make it. Because, you know, like the critiques that are going to happen in the news and the mainstream media is that the city was trying to clean the trash and keep people healthy and safe. And the protesters wouldn't let that happen. And then they did nothing.
Right. Totally.
Right? So you have to do something so that they can't sour the win. Right?
Totally.
And that's why I'm a gonzo journalist, not just a regular journalist, because I'm not willing to stand idly by and do nothing.
Take off, but I wanted to give my information if anybody needs notes or anything for.
Well, you're amazing, and let me tell you, if you need to connect it or whatever, but also because, man, I have some friends. I'm gonna go like this and push a button. I'm muting you guys for a second.
and stuff. So it's gonna be illegal action coming out of the items that they did throw away. I have a lot of notes and some pictures and stuff.
Thank you, thank you. We'll be looking for the garbage can bags and gloves soon, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's when it's like they know we're blasting
You are
in
the
their
best.
ears. They know all the
Ladies and gentlemen, boys. Well, we had a delay, quite a delay. So I actually was paying attention to the stream. I see that it died. I had to reboot everything. We're in hour 2 of the protest and homeless sweeps downtown at 20th and Stout. Who would have thunk when we woke up this morning that we would have found Unsub, thank you for being here. Go cook your breakfast, dinner, whatever it might be. I'd love to get a shot again. I don't know if you want to mask up or not. Yes. Stop the sweeps.
Woo! Oh, but they don't call it that anymore.
So, I gotta ask. They're gone. But the people are still here. The remnants of human consumption are still here. And the city didn't bring us any garbage bags, or they didn't leave any garbage cans behind to clean up. What do we do from here? Do you think that we should be blowing up 311 right now and asking for our garbage cans so we can clean the streets? Right? We don't need guns to clean the garbage.
And they left all their tape everywhere too.
Well, I think that got cleaned up. I think the tape got cleaned up for nighttime use.
There's some tape.
Oh, yeah. Every night, I've been after work going out onto the Capitol and finding roving disruptions and ownership and space to speak. So I think that's been important. Teachers, is that what it says? Teach love. Oh yes, beautiful. So we want to stop the sweeps, but we need to have a balance of cleanliness, right? So we right now, Denver Homeless Out Loud is paying for this porta potty, right? Should the city be paying for that? I agree. So I think that's an ask.
I mean, if that's their real concern.
Right? That's the demands, the ask. If it's really about,
Where do you want to head?
if it's really about cleaning up and keeping people healthy and safe, then pay for the toilets, put the garbage cans back in the budget. Have you, as Denver residents, have you contacted your city council representative?
I did last summer, but.
Okay, I'm asking you to do that today, right? At the end of the day, before you're done, contact your city council rep. Make sure that they know that you've been down here and that it's not just Candy Cita Baca's fight, right? It's everybody's fight, and we need the toilets to be paid for. We need the garbage cans to be here so that the public works can just come and clean it up, right? They'll do it if there's a place for it.
I met you.
Yes.
One of her meetings. I was like, oh, you're so familiar. Yeah.
That's probably it. Yes. We're also, thank you. Yes. We're also on the 16th Street Mall every Sunday morning at 9:30. We provide hot food. If we have too much, we come down here and provide food as well, because it's illegal. And sexual assault that's been reported in the city of Denver since the urban camping ban was initiated has gone up 100%, double. Right? So that's on city data. Wow. Terracom Systems, TerraComSystems. They probably should be watching how they drive a little bit more effectively. Huh? So thank you for being out here. Thank you for being eyes on. We're continuing to spread the message that you guys will duplicate, hopefully, that this is all the time. You know they're going to be back here tomorrow, right?
I want to suggest that everyone who's here go to their social media and say, we're still down here, 22nd and South, or wherever we are now. Come join us, because these cops are going to come back. And we want to win again, right? So we're going to need more people.
Where on the mall do you guys see?
16th and Curtis. It's outside the Federal Reserve. That's the space that women used to have as a safe place at night with federal money on cameras, utilizing, to protect people from getting raped and sexually assaulted. It didn't matter, but it was a women's space. So whether you were trans or whatever, you were safe. And there were toilets that were 24 hours a day. They were policed. They were cleaned by the city as, stainless steel toilets. And the downtown Denver partnership made it illegal by their lobbyist efforts to the city through Albus Brooks, City Council 9 that Candy Tabaka took over. You have to know the history of Washington B 32624F, Washington State Plates. You have to know the history of what's going on in order to ensure. I really wish I knew where all that yellow tape was, because what's the point if we don't use it?
They grabbed it all. They took it.
What's the point if we don't use it?
I took it. If somebody took it for it, I know where it is.
I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot of traffic turning this way. No, don't throw it away. It's useful. Wasn't there a police line here to keep the street from being filled in traffic so that people could clean and stuff?
They put it up to keep people out of the sidewalks.
Oh, I thought we were going to clean it.
They're going to wait until all the protesters leave, and they're going to come back and make everybody move.
Oh, I thought we were going to I thought garbage bags and gloves were on their way, and that we were going to need to be able to clean the street.
Later against the cops, okay, but please don't put it on the ground. Just
That's cool.
For the littering.
No, I was being overly facetious, but not enough.
They didn't take it down.
Because, if the traffic wasn't flowing, then they wouldn't have to worry about it. But that's just a third-party observation.
But they are able to clean without blocking off the streets. They have done it before. When they block it off, it's to keep out other people. Because technically, if you cross the police line, then you are allowed to be arrested.
Okay.
If they tell you to move and you don't.
This isn't the line. You got to put up tape, and then we were already in there. So.
Okay. No, that's good. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that. I'm pausing to hear your viewpoint, because what you're saying is we don't have to close the street in order to clean it, and then the government doesn't have to do that, and the people don't have to do that. We can just be peaceful in our process, and it's less disruptive or whatever.
Yep.
That's cool.
Because they don't even they pull this is parking right along the sidewalk.
Yeah.
They pull up a garbage truck and people will load it in, or they clean up the trash that is on the
gutters and stuff.
In this area, yeah. But it isn't so once the protesters leave, they are highly likely going to return this afternoon.
Yeah.
And finish sweeping everybody who didn't leave.
So do you think they're just going to clean the garbage and let everybody stay? And if we clean the garbage, then they wouldn't have a reason to meet people?
I honestly don't know. So the last time that they were doing this, they were trying to sweep this camp and the one that was at 21st in California.
Right.
And their plan was to have everybody take down their tents, but then they were also going to put up fences so people couldn't move back.
So if the garbage is here and people don't have to move, what are the likelihood that they'll get in to clean the tent and to put up the fencing?
Well, the thing is, if people are like, no, I'm not moving, they will just pick up the trash. You also have to bear in mind that it's a lot of different organizations. So you've got all right, I'm not a representative.
No. And I'm not. I was actually trying to keep the traffic a little bit more and make sure that we're not headshotting. So you're good. I'm just showing the space and letting the voices be heard.
But so I don't remember what I was saying.
So we're talking about cleaning trash, and whether we as people that were here physically present, you're talking about the police coming back in to move everybody. I'm wondering if the city's alleged objective is to remove the debris of the place, to heal the waste and make sure that there's not disease or whatever they're claiming as the public of health, that if the place was clean, swept with brooms and garbage, cleaned up and piled in nice places where they could pull up their trucks and haul it out like those are over there, would they have a reason to send a police force back in?
Okay, so there's some thoughts.
And
So
would it need as many people then to hold it down?
for today's purposes, I think if the areas around the camps were cleaned up enough that, and just the trash put into areas that they could collect it, that they might, it depends, because they haven't usually been closing the streets. This is kind of
Yeah. No, I feel it.
But I think that it is possible that so that's something I was thinking is you could go through and ask the people who are still here if they would like to clean up the blocks.
So I heard there were bags and gloves and coming.
Okay.
That there was a group that Therese from D-Hole might have gone a couple blocks away to see what they could gather. Because I offered that suggestion. You know, like when I look at what's going on in Seattle, for example, and the autonomy of that Cap Hill group, they're managing it. They're saying the police don't have to come with guns and control the situation. The people can show that the organization, the management of services, the providing of all these things can be done without the threat of force.
Right.
And since the city's funded crew isn't here to do that anymore, I just wonder if discussion is going to be had about whether we would do it.
Right. Well, so, I mean, I think that if we are here and people want our help, then we should offer it.
I'm a resident of the city, and I am offering my vote that as soon as gloves and a bag get here, I will spend time cleaning trash.
It looks like people have already started, so that's a thing.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Let's do that then.
I do want to mention though that
That's just today.
They will come back. They are like the city has been contacted to try to get what about a sharps collection for people who are using needles?
Yes.
What about regular trash collection, or what about hand washing or the porta potties? Like these
Yeah.
porta potties are paid for by Nature Wellness Organization.
Yes, it's definitely paying for it. I'm going to go make a payment to Denver Homeless Out Loud today to make sure that they get some more money for the toilets. But you're right. We're cleaning up now.
Yep.
And so the sweep is regular and consistent. D-Hole is definitely a primary agency that we'll rely on. But you want to do, you think the discussion has been had that we're going to do it without shutting it down. We're just going to clean it up and observe for the day.
I think that if we make an effort to clean things up, then we are in a better position for people not to be swept later.
I like it. I'm gonna go put my camera and do a little of that myself.
Okay, and I have some heavy duty trash bags. I'll get those.
Sweet, thank you. Fantastic. Everybody's got a role. You're holding the message to traffic. You know, everybody does something. But I think that, well, I don't know. Is it that the message gets held while the cleaning gets done? Everybody has a different role in a large picture.
However I can do.
I think you found your calling. I mean, you brought it, right?
We did not. We inherited it.
Oh, well, even better. Then find somebody to shift you.
Okay.
Right? Like, because that's part of the message that I've been trying to get out there to everybody is like, for whether it's protest or at the section of the protest or during the time of the day in the 24-hour day, shift.
Yeah. Look at Karen just ripping those signs down. Yeah, Karen!
I love her. She's good.
I told her, I was like, those signs are ours. Just take them down.
Yeah. Well, I'm consciously cautious about that because they do say that removing them might or might not be.
Sure. I don't think she gives it.
No. There's definitely different levels of give a fuck, and there's a reason that I probably donned the press helmet because they don't know how to separate humans in this world and give a fuck. But I'm still willing to get assaulted for it. So thank you. All right, we're looking for gloves. We're looking for a bag. Anybody got gloves?
Yeah, we got gloves.
I'm looking for
bags, and we just asked the guy where all these people got their bags from, and he's out.
Okay, well that's okay. I'll still, if I had gloves, I could put things in boxes and reutilize shot plastic trash bags that they, make. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you all being out here, all the layers of effort, and the consistency. Because if we clean it like we've been talking, then we have less chances of sweeps happening today.
Yeah.
All right, I got gloves. I'm cleaning trash. That's what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna show you how this works. We're gonna be observational and tactical. So we have gloves on. Look at this bag right here, box. We're gonna see how the way that to be added to. Crush some things.
Fuck your cleanup process. I took them down.
Okay, so this is wet, but you definitely need a little bit more space. And so we'll add now. That's the Mr. Burton. I'm blessed. Yeah.
No, I probably you saved yours. No. I forgot to save my goddamn thing.
I'm live.
I know you're live, but do you save it afterwards or do you let it go?
It just stays out there forever.
Oh, okay.
This is the reality of our new world.
Well, I'm going to have to find mine. I know I save it and then share it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were. Thank you. Go. Are you looking for a trash bag?
All lives matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go far, I promise. Hi, Brett.
Put on social media, just everybody keep an eye separately, so come down. Maybe it's like shifts. What? Yeah, I mean, I think that depends on like capacity around the orders that really apply. So the more people that are out, the more we can do. So if you had here today, you know what I mean? We could have like marked some of these empty buildings, like, you know what I mean? Like, but even today with the numbers we had, like, we could put some of these back, like, you know, they are. So I think it's a matter of going home. I think it's the process of shit like this goes down, we got people pulling up. Like, we can just doing that on like a larger scale, purchase it up, people they know what I'm doing. Like, they had sticks, they had the bombs, like they had it, so we just like, they're really about to, like, you know what I mean? I think they know, some of them know how stupid and shitty it is that they're out here stripping homeless people out on the campus during a pandemic, you know what I mean?
So I gotta ask you, Sierra, you're watching this live on global television. What are your thoughts today?
My thoughts?
Yes, sir.
Get Hancock down here. I don't want to talk to nobody. Hancock. Tell him to bring his ass down here and see how the fuck we do it. That's what I'm saying.
I appreciate you. All right.
Tell him to come down here and see us.
This your space?
I'm just kind of walking around back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I am somebody, but I I want to talk to Hancock.
All right.
I want to let Hancock.
Hancock.
I want to let Hancock know that the brothers are here.
You heard it. You heard it, folks. I want to talk to Hancock, is what he said.
Hancock, the brothers are here.
Yeah. So we keeping trash moving, plastic pollution cleanups. I'm on my second bag here. Stop the sweets. Right here. I might even take it here.
Chase a few ass down.
I don't know. There's just a couple though.
That's it. Thank you. So I want to put the camera on that for a second and then step away from it. So what you're watching right now, folks, is people sweeping the sidewalks.
I thought you were talking about they're about to sweep another area.
No, she's literally sweeping the road.
Yeah, no, you scared me. I thought when you said they're sweeping, I thought you meant like the cops are sweeping, trying
Like
to sweep another area.
it's go time right now, right?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the cops are sweeping, trying
Like
to sweep another area.
it's go time right now, right?
Yeah,
now,
no.
Everything on the IC stuff, right?
We are live streaming.
So they just left. There were 4 Homeland Security cops over there. Because somebody had an umbrella leaning against the fence that was around the parking lot. Yeah. Because apparently that parking lot over there is federal property. It's a federal parking lot. They wanted to. And
Pick up the trash, yo!
I don't think it was me that was us. It was. They said they wanted people to leave that umbrella that was leaning against the fence.
You know what we do? We lean against their fence.
Hey man, you got a garbage bag. You were filling one. I just wanted to say thank you. That's right.
Yeah, they called the ambulance for the cops.
Donuts and spin-outs and everything. Yeah. That's where I started my live stream, and they and get my boss to join Starbucks. Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, there was another truck? I had any one of those three things. You know what I would have done? Jump back on the phone up
I'm gonna run the camera through the crowd and then I'm gonna follow it. So folks, as you can see, the trash is collected. The message is pretty clear right now. Stop the homeless sweeps. Don't bring guns to a broom party. How do you like that message? Don't bring guns to a broom party. Right? I love you. I thank you so very much. You are a representative of what's right in this world, taking time and taking space just to do the next right thing, and I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it, but you know, I don't think that this should be something that's worth congratulations. I think
No.
it should be expected.
It should be.
But I also don't think that, I think that the people who
live here and who have encampments here should, you know, be in charge.
Yeah.
I think there should be more consultation with them about what they need.
More coordination.
Because it sounds like their needs are not being met, or that they're only partially being met by the stop to the sweets.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. So, did you know that bathrooms and garbage cans were part of the 2020 budget presented by your city council?
I didn't know that.
And did you know that the mayor, who just got reelected to his third and final term, vetoed all of it, rewrote the budget without that in there?
That's pretty fucked up.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And so that's why when I speak from my heart, I say these things because I'm out here. You know, when we feed on Sunday mornings on the 16th Street Mall to represent all the bodies being harmed by violence. And the laws that create that violence. When we have so much food that we can't keep up with it, we bring it here.
Right.
And we take that space there and we feed people.
Yeah.
So that's important to me.
I agree. Yeah.
And that's why I just want to swing over and say thank you so very much.
What's your name?
I'm Brian.
Hi, Brian. I'm Abbott.
It's what?
Abbott.
Abbott?
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Like
to meet you
like
too.
Costello and Abbott and Costello?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Nice. Okay. Fantastic. Are you partner, friend?
This is my little sister.
A little sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. In this community, I just don't make any assumptions anymore in our world. So, have you been to other things that are going on?
Yeah, I just got back to Denver a few days ago, about exactly a week ago, because I moved back to live with our parents after COVID.
Yeah, that'll screw everything up, won't it?
Yeah.
It sure will.
So I've been unpacking and then going out and then unpacking and
Nice.
hoping to go out more once I have a little bit more of my stuff.
Well, and you know, it's 24 hours a day virtually.
Exactly.
It's about 18, I think. So, yeah, no, it's wonderful, and this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you found work yet?
I haven't, no. Sorry?
Yeah, you haven't found work yet.
I haven't, no.
What kind of work are you used to?
I did so I just graduated from college, and in college I did some like customer service-y type stuff, like sat at a front desk. I greeted people, and I also did like sexual assault prevention work that was like in coordination with my school.
And what's your degree?
My degree is in anthropology.
Not as much high-end labor right now for that, is there?
Not so much, yeah. Tech and yeah.
It's interesting. I know some hubs. Are you familiar? What part of town can I just like a general sense of?
Cap Hill.
So 18th and Downing is Metro Care Ring.
Cool.
CARERING.
Metro Care Ring. Cool.
And they have like job services sometimes and stuff.
Cool.
Like so they have a footprint on like where there's some labor and stuff. They also do like once a month groceries and stuff. Like they have a lot of opportunities. Healthy food, bus passes when buses kick back in, things like that. I live over by the high school, East High School, and I don't know anything in that area as of yet. I haven't gotten a firm confirmation on how our own staffing operations are. Did you make your mask?
My mother did.
I'm making masks right now by the bucket loads.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we're looking for maybe soon is going to be sales reps. People to go to businesses and say, are you interested in masks?
Yeah.
We have them, we can sell them to you, where you have ability to resell them a little bit and get them out into, or do you want something with your business logo on it so your employees wearing them?
Yeah.
I have some things like that, but
right.
we're working on it. And I'm kind of still swamped in the day here, and I'm still live. So, but Abbott, and what was your name? Corley. Fun names. Fun parents. Are they flower children?
Not really. They're just like old school liberals, but Corley's named after my grandmother, and I picked my own name because I had a gender transition.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Not everybody gets those opportunities. So.
Is this all live?
Oh, yeah.
This whole convo? Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been live. Should I highlight you and make a special video about Abbott?
No, please don't.
Okay, I won't
Be
then.
too embarrassed.
Because it's beautiful. I mean, and this is what's beautiful is that as a human being, like you have a story, our lives are real, but you have your experience in your space, and you're able to use your time for the benefit of others and the society, the community that you call home.
Yeah.
This is your city too.
Yeah,
And so you don't need the city to have a tent and to pitch a party for you to come clean up. You're just gonna come because humans are here and we're needing to help take care of them.
Yeah, stop the sweeps.
Thank you, Abbott.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Brian.
Corley, for being here. Stop the sweeps. And I love it. Your sweeping is wonderful. Cut the Plastic, by the way. That's my email, my Twitter, Instagram, all the stuff. YouTube, live. And it's not open yet, so I guess we can't eat lunch there right now. But the cleaning is continuing. The streets are really getting managed pretty fairly well. There's a lot of orange bags, a lot of garbage bags. So if you're a resident of the city and county of Denver or not, you can call 311 or the 311 equivalent. And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, my friend and yours. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fred. How are you? How are you today?
I'm not so good, but so good.
I'm glad to see you, my friend. I'm great. Look at your shirt. This is an old school shirt. The right to rest. I guess I better focus it out. That's why you're not a little busy. There we are. That's I got my breaking the handcuffs, but that's version 1 right there, baby. That's like old school.
I have one of those too, but it was not clean.
Yeah. So did you hear what happened today? Did you hear what happened today?
No.
So the sweeps were happening and the cleanup crews were going on, and Karen Sidaro showed up, and I heard her yelling across the street and mentioned her. She walked up to the crowd, and she's still here. And they got they got riled up. Quite honestly, her mouth and her education and her knowledge motivated the community and the mass that was here. And eventually they pushed all the sweepers, all the cleanup crews, all the police out of here. And then the people with the garbage bags in their hands and the garbage stuff, right? They cleaned up the street, the neighborhood here. And they proved that you don't need to bring guns to clean up. It's literally just mind-numbing what has happened here today.
Here comes Karen now.
Yes, here comes Karen now. So I'm actually on my way to go make my payment to D-Hole to help pay for this toilet because I think it's time. Give them a little money. And then I got to go find a car. So I'm actually going to be ending my stream here.
Oh,
But
I saw that one died at the mechanics.
Yeah, I went to go buy a car yesterday. I took it on a test run, and it died at the shop. So
I've had that happen before.
it's a good thing I did the test run. Anyway, Fred, how are you holding up? How's life?
It's good.
It's going? Do you have enough groceries and food and supplies?
I do. I do, and I thank you for your concern.
Okay. Absolutely. You've been staying safe from the COVID, I'm assuming.
I come to protest, but
That's good.
I get myself tested.
Thank you.
Hey, since you know Eric,
Let me
if he
throw that
ever
over there
needs-
too.
If he ever needs any assistance, if he's hiring,
Eric is not hiring. The work we do is free.
hiring.
So I'll tell you what's going to need to happen. One of the things that we need is that we need to start looking at the court dates. And we need to make sure that people are either like able to just dial into the courtroom and listen and sit in the mornings. But then when they open the courthouses, right? That's something you can do from home, right? You sit at home instead of watching NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, whatever it is, my channel. Maybe you're watching my channel and on the phone, you're listening to make sure that people are able to get into the courtroom, you know, or you're whatever. But once the courthouse is open and they are holding sessions in the courthouse again, we need to hand out literature educating people about their rights to a jury trial, to preserve their jury trial, and to educate jurors about jury nullification, so that the only thing that's going on in the courthouse are crimes where bad people are doing bad things. And I'll be honest with you, I want bad things, right?
Yeah,
I don't care if you jaywalked at 1 o'clock in the morning. Leave that shit alone, right?
Yeah.
I want our budget to be held accountable, that people get public defenders, and that the things that they need for the application are true, and they're not violating you and then not giving you a public defender and making you take a plea deal instead when you know you're innocent, right? So
Yeah, that plea deal stuff needs to stop.
well, I mean, there's reasons for it. I'll give
Some
it,
things, but like that.
but it's based on an assumption of guilt and not an assumption of innocence.
That's
right.
So, and when we have like friends like Fred here who have been fighting for like your entire life, huh, Fred? Here in Denver?
Actually, no, for about 10 years.
I seem to remember you telling me stories from 20, 30 years ago where you were an activist and being involved in the community. And
I think most of that stuff was from 10 years ago.
really? Okay.
I used to be a sex, drugs, and rock and roll hippie.
Okay.
Then I came down to Occupy Denver and King.
At
So this is
occupation.
what I want to do with the rest of my life.
And you're doing it.
And I'm doing it as much. I can't do it as much as I used to, but
No, but
everything I got, that's what I'm going to do with it. There's
I love you for
no
it.
point in doing anything else.
Well, I thought, yeah, no, that's actually where I'm standing right now.
My friend Fred is in the Romero Theater Troupe,
Open to how many
and he does plays about real experiences and stories here in the city as well.
That's awesome. I definitely know where I stand now. So, yeah, I'm glad I could help.
I think she's
I didn't
upset,
realize
and I
how
think,
much I could help.
You know, she lives here. We know we could have her in front of the camera and ask her some questions.
I'd be glad to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Just spirit to come and call onto that, and to have somebody's needs heard. I will.
I love those
I will.
shirts.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I hope that if I
These,
can
yeah,
find
they're
some of
beautiful.
those, I'm gonna try
So
to-
I've just been informed that somebody's stressing out over here. Maybe I could come talk and hang out and let them speak their piece as a human being who lives down here. And that's why I'm here as a press. So I love you, Fred. It's good to see you, my friend.
Appreciate you for that too.
And thank you, folks. It's good to see
It
you.
was so great to meet you.
Absolutely. Pleasure to meet you. Good to see you. Keep coming out, keep coming back, right? It's the bodies when you have time. Doesn't cost anything but the experience, and you know, rest up. And bring your water bottles and umbrellas, right? So
Always the umbrella.
there you go. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Good afternoon. My friend came over, said that you're a resident down here. Maybe you might be interested in talking, have some opinions and stuff. I don't have the camera on you right now. I'm respecting your privacy, but I was wondering if you wanted to talk. Yeah? Yep. Well, folks, thanks for being here. We're in hour 3. I'm gonna try to grab onto this this video in a short stream here, and thank you, Jamie Dietz, for sending me a picture of the sweep. So I'm Brian, and I'm live. I do a channel called Cut The Plastic, and if you've been out here for a while, you might have even gotten a meal on Sunday morning. Out here, a hot cooked meal that I've brought down with my friends. I just wanted to introduce myself, right? But what are your thoughts? What's going on today? Yeah, I think that's probably got to be stressful.
It definitely sucks.
How long have you been out on the street? Okay, and how long have you been in this space? That about a week and a half. Do you find that about every 7 to 10 days you end up having to move because of police activity?
When the coronavirus is happening, like we're not on the coronavirus outbreak, then yeah, that's it.
Okay. And so have you found that the corona is actually helping to keep things a little bit more peaceful?
Yeah. Resources, it doesn't help much, but we keep it
A lot of shit went down today. About 11, I think. So you were here. This is actually your space here.
That's why I'm
This over here that we kind of swept and cleaned up around it.
I mean, I feel like if we just clean like our own area, we should be fine. Like, a lot of
So I think that's what kind of happened, and what we were trying to do is that as the members of the community, after the city's paid services left, right, the guns and the thugs and the violence that ensued with it, is that we kind of put the word out there that like, let's make this so that the members of the community who live here aren't assaulted later and being forced to move. Let's prove that you don't need to bring guns to make sure that the neighborhood is cleaned up, and that the demand that they provide garbage cans, that the toilets are funded, and that human beings need to be housed. And until we have a house for every human being, to give you opportunities to work or to do what you need to do to get your things together for yourself and the life that you want that's best for you, then you know, we need to have a better way of doing it.
I mean, even if it's like a parking lot with like sections that we're not all on the sidewalk, that'd be almost the same thing. It's not.
A spot. And so what about tiny houses being legal? Like we have like non-government organizations, NGOs have the capacity to use their churches, their parking lots, their areas, tiny houses, for places that are sheltered with 4 walls and a roof as semi-permanent structures. I'm sorry, sir, I didn't hear you. Your friends live in those. So would you think that that's a better option, a better solution?
I think
Okay.
it's sort of our community.
Okay. Can I ask an honest question? As an employer in the city, I do put people to work, and I have a history of doing that for since I came back to the United States 2 years ago. Okay, I was in the South Pacific cleaning garbage after my college degree. If you had a place where you were able to get a full night's sleep, where you were able to feel safe and secure, have a bathroom, have working water, a refrigerator with food, and things like that, what would be the next thing that you think you would want to do with your life?
Go back to school.
Go back to school, get an education. What would you want to do with that education?
I want to go for social work.
Okay, so you want to help other people.
Yeah, it's just hard to do that when you're out here. I mean, I do enough of it as is.
No, I
Tough out here to do it that way.
I love and I respect that, because what it says is that somebody that might be a troll or like a naysayer and is like, these people don't want to work, they don't want to do something, they don't want to have something with their lives. What you've just said out of my honest question is, I want to do something, I want to help other people in need, and I want to be educated and properly equipped with the tools to do that. So So, how do we find ways to get you that process? I mean, have you asked? Are any of these places here? We're outside the Colorado Coalition. There's are there services to get into school?
I've been accepted back into the colleges down here.
Okay, so it's just a matter of them opening and costs and things like that. And you said, sir, that you've been down here for 3 years. You've been on the waiting list as a veteran for 3 years. Now, as an American who was not allowed to serve, I am absolutely horrified and disgusted. I think that this is why we are talking about things like defunding police states, because the money could be used for what is not for profit for corporations, but to provide for those who put their life on the line, who are willing to die if need be. And I respect that, and I'm disgusted by the fact that you've been out here for 3 years waiting on a waiting list. But that's why I'm live. That's why I'm filming. That's why I educate and why I'm telling people about what's going on. Because I believe that if they don't hear the stories, if they don't hear what the truth is, then they just think that they're the lazy. They don't want to do better. They don't want to do something else. And as an employer, I know how hard it is to try to put your mind. If you don't feel clean, how do you feel confident? Right? These are just
More showers.
Showers are a huge impact to somebody's mental health. I get it. Absolutely get it. And so I appreciate your story. I feel it. And I think that's what I keep telling people, like, contact the city, express the views. Don't just put it all on Candy C. Tabaka's weight, right? The people who live out in Southmore, or in other parts of the city, on the west end, on the east end, on the north, on the south, who are not downtown, they need to be communicating with their representatives too, right? There are vacant properties that have sat vacant for 12, 24, 6 months. Corporations buying up land. They're just waiting for the holdouts, people to die, so they can own blocks, own neighborhoods, own tracts where they can put up big profitable buildings.
The band does right now. Like, that are still in good condition.
Exactly. It's wasteful.
Or they just take them down at the end.
That's right. All right, I gotta carry on my way today, folks. But I wish blessings on you. And if you need a hot food on Sunday morning, we're at 16th and Curtis right now. We try to come down here, but we've been running out. So, yeah. Have a good day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last one. You ain't gone, my man. Check it out, folks. He's sitting in the real life.
Oh, we got real live TV folks here. We appreciate y'all for this. You know you're more than welcome to come in, my friend.
I do, but I need to be on my way. Okay. But
all week I'll be here cooking. So
I believe you. And thank you for being out here.
Yes.
I'm curious. I have one question before I go. You gave naysay earlier today to the woman with the mouth.
Yes.
The white woman with the mouth, who's been a woman who's been using her mouth for mental health, for homelessness, for like a decade that I've known her. Okay.
I haven't known her that long.
Okay. I have. She motivated the energy. You also motivated the energy. You showed another side, alternate side. You're still here. They're gone, but so are the police, and so are the cleanup crews. So my question is, what do you expect to happen next? The crowd got energized and they took action today. What do you want to see next?
I want to say this first. If if I bring my whole crew of people with me and I start screaming, they're going to get energized. But it does not speak on behalf of the whole mass. It doesn't mean that the whole mass is in complete agreement with what that woman was, trying to put out there. I've seen her a couple times, and I have a very harsh problem with anybody disrespecting someone when they know their children are watching.
Okay, I know her, and I know that she definitely deserves many different criticisms.
Again, I understand there are ways of trying to get energy,
Yeah.
but negative energy and positive energy is just still energy.
Yeah.
One leaves negative karma residue.
I like it. Okay, that's why I'm asking you for your word.
Karmic residue is not feel very warm. I know, I don't like it. I like a protest. Keep it what it is. They wanted to chant. I don't mind the chants, but when you start direct at a person and using harsh tones for them that is vulgar, and TV cameras is watching and their child can see it, that's not good. And I'm a family man first.
Okay,
so I don't appreciate her mouth. It has no place on the camera for a child to see, and she's just being belligerent. She's not addressing the issue as an intellect. And this thing cannot, I don't know what you've ever seen won by that type of methodology. I've seen coups take over things, but they actually don't run their mouth. They actually do it. Calling people names and all. Man, last time she was here calling Chavez, Wilson, Grove out their names to no respectful end. I'm not with it.
So are you respecting the badge? Or are you disrespecting the badge?
Who come out here and look after us.
Okay. You feel that these people are taking care of you.
No, I take care of myself, man.
So
I'm a citizen.
So you say, well, who look after us? So I'm trying to understand what you mean by that.
What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to issues that kind of deal with this city, I've never been approached with a gun. I've never been approached by a billy club. I've never been approached with a bing bag of nothing. These guys have never pulled a gun out on me, and I've been on 6 corners in 2 years. 6 corners. They've never done any of that. They're not the ones that's out there doing that. The riot situation. That's state. You know that. There's not enough people in District 6 to show what all the people that please up there. What I'm trying to say is, class is class. There's a classy way to win presidency. There's a classy way to win governorships and mayorships. And there's also a classy way to rebel. And she wants to rebel, but it's not classy. And she's going to shake anybody who has class. She might call what she's doing an effective situation. I call what I'm doing productive and effective and objectively interesting. Now, just running your mouth is one thing, but actually building something. You know what a mayor's job is to do? Develop his city. A governor's job is to develop his state. And a president's job is to develop his country. I am just a homeless man trying to develop my community of homelessness. Just rise them above. So no, I'm not with nobody calling nobody names, police officers or otherwise.
Okay.
Guess what? If I was a black man doing that to a white woman, I would be arrested. So it's not fair. So why would I want to see it done just because it's not on me?
And you don't think she's using her privilege to the power that she is?
White woman privilege, which everybody around her has basically graciously said, yeah, you use that card, and that's fine. But guess what? I don't use my black card. I'm just using a homeless agenda. I'm not trying to say I'm this or that. I'm here at a staple saying this is what I'm trying to do. This, not run my mouth.
Okay.
I'm doing this. And guess what came before that? Action. Drills, nails, wood, work. That's labors. So if you're not willing to put your labors, and you're willing to put mouth in something, you don't have a positive energy. You have negative energy. Yes, energy still moves things, but one leaves behind negative residue, and that's called karmic. And we don't want it. So yes, negative karma always rests on negatively against the minorities of this world. And I just so happen to be that twice, as a homeless man, as well as a Moor. So all I'm trying to say is I love y'all for coming out with cameras. We can never get any of this done without cameras. We can never get any of this done without cameras. As long as the cameras are there and the police are dodging the cameras, they know that they don't want the public to hear what's going on. So all I need to do is cameras. I don't need loud mouths, because as long as cameras there, they're still not going to tear it out nothing.
All right.
So
thank you for your time, man. Thank you. Have a great day. Well, folks, it's going on 11. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. You too. Thank you. That woman actually lives in her vehicle. My bike is chained to a tree. That one. There's Therese doing the work. We're gonna let her and the guys be, but there's Therese doing the work. It's a cleaned up neighborhood. It looks good. These people have done good work today, and I'm proud of them. Good. How you doing? I've been live streaming the whole time. Are you a business owner here?
No. I actually, I just showed up. I was kind of late to this.
I was still blasting everybody, like, come out.
Oh no, that's good because they did make an announcement, and holding the space and making sure having eyes on deck is probably really smart to ensure that the city doesn't come and try to move people.
Yeah.
But I think the point has been made that we don't need guns to clean, and that's a big deal, right?
Cool. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm really excited about today myself, is that they really did, they got there with brooms sweeping the trash as citizens of the city of Denver, and cleaning up, making piles. So the eyes on deck and all that is totally legit. I'm Brian, by the way. My channel, Cut The Plastic, was on YouTube. Started out as an environmental justice thing, but we just keep getting bigger and bigger on stuff.
Nice.
Cut The Plastic, it's like a lifestyle practice, right? Like get trash out of your life.
Yes.
And I graduated from the Metro and Sustainable Infrastructure. We helped change the food trucks at City Center Eats to compost and recycling.
Oh yeah.
And then I started fighting the constitutional battles in the city. So.
What about, were you with PSL or?
Look at this.
I do.
There's a broom. We're still organizing. God bless you. Thank you. There's a reason you came out, right?
Right. Yeah.
Keep your city clean. Show them you don't need to bring guns. You need to bring brooms. That's what the message is. I love it. There's people. Y'all workers down here, are you showing up for the... Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. I just didn't know if you guys were... There's been a call to... Thank you. So folks, the message today, keep it clean, keep it going. Let me try to turn my light up so I can see who's talking in here, because I haven't seen anything for a while. Back to business. Happy fucking Cops Day. Who's the troll? I know, right, Window Liquor? That's why I kind of just showed it the way it is. Yeah, Jones Rotten Kitty. We don't want to see that shit. Okay? Thank you guys for taking care of it. Bruce, One Hot Gal, Human Love, Solidarity, Frank Barrett, Window Liquor, Planet Watcher, Frank Sturgill, Benjamin, BBM22, James Dietz, all of you. Yeah, they did fuck with the cops today. They pushed the cops out. They cleaned them out. They then swept the streets with the humans cleaning, and they showed that they don't need to bring guns. They just need to bring brooms and garbage pails. So it is a lot cleaner down here. Significant difference in the trash, but there's no place to put it. And so City of Denver needs to be notified. Clean. Candy C. Baca, I'm letting you know too. We'll send this out. Love you all. I appreciate you all for your work. being here, for sharing, for talking. I got things to do. I love you. Talk to you later.